Hey, what is up everybody? Alright, so, this being my 10th video, I figured I might just share another one of my decks. The deck I'm about to share is a budget deck, because, like some duelists, I don't have the money to be able to go out and buy whatever I need and make a completely official deck. So, I mostly work on attributed decks. This attribute deck that I'm holding right now is a light deck. It's based off from basically gaining life points while inflicting damage to your opponent and keeping your opponent at bay. Alright, so let's start off now. Monsters. Cage's Seahorse. Effect. Wingweaver. Great attack, great defense. White Magician Perfume for her effect. Spirit of Heart for defense. The Creator for effect, defense, and sometimes attack. The Herald of Creation. 2 Creator Incarnate. Guardian Angel Joan. Healing Wave Generator. Luminous Soldier, great card to use against dark monsters. Otaheim, great spirit card. Don't really recommend summoning her when you don't have really anything on the field though. She'll just be brought back to your hand and you'll have an empty field. Copycat, very good card to use if your opponent has a high attack, high defense monster. Just use him to copy the attack and defense. Roulette Barrel. Blue Eyes White Dragon. Mystical Elf. Shining Angel. 2 Homunculus the Alchemic Being. Ninjakuren Master Sosuke. Alright. Like I said, main reason for these cards are keeping my opponent at bay while increasing my life points and inflicting damage to theirs. Now these cards that you're seeing, you might not have them, so you might have to substitute him for another thing. But if you don't really need to build budget decks like I do, then hey, great. Alright, spells. Lightning Vortex. Mausoleum of the Emperor. MST. Monster Reborn. Dark Hole. Heavy Storm. The Fountain in the Sky. Great card to use if your monsters get destroyed, you can banish them, increase your life points. So if you're revealing light, keep opponent's cards at bay. Rush Recklessly. Great card to use, increases quick play, you can use it during the battle phase and increases your card's attack by 700, so it's not a bad card to use. Finally, the Seal of Orichalcus. Finally learned how to pronounce it. Yay! Alright. Now, the reason I put the Seal of Orichalcus in my budget deck is because you can just get this card out of a legend pack. Well, not pack, but you know what I mean. You just pay 30 bucks, you get the card. Very easy card to get. Like, I really don't have the money to spend 60, 70 bucks, so spend the 30 and get some packs and get a very good field spell that's very hard to destroy. So I figured that was a good thing. Plus I got Blackluster Soldier in it. Traps Divine Wrath. Very good card to use against something like Stardust Dragon, just different other cards. So I actually put that in there for that reason. Robin Goblin, very old card, and it's actually a very good card to use. especially if you have control over the field. Each time one monster on your side of the field Inflicts battle damage to your opponent's life points. Your opponent discards one random card from their hand. And that's actually a very good effect to use. Making your opponent discard, like, it really sucks if you're going against Dark Worlds. It's a very good reason why you just probably would want to side it instead of putting it in the main deck like I did. But like I said, this is a budget deck. I don't have the cards that I really need. I don't have any Solemns, I don't have any Dimensional Prisons, so I actually have to substitute in cards for those. Next card, Wall of Revealing Light. Don't really recommend paying over 6,000 for it. 6,000 is even risky if you're going against a burn deck. They can easily just destroy you. Solar Ray. Torrential Tribute. Sakuretsu Armor. Like I said, don't have any Dimensional Prisons, so Sakuretsu Armor was my second best choice. Mirror Force. Waboku. Compulsory Evacuation Device. Dark Bribe. And Dust Tornado. Alright, so that's pretty much my deck. It's not a bad deck, but it's not a very good deck either. Like I said, it's a budget deck. It's basically a bunch of cards that I knew would work together, so I threw them all together, and I came up with this deck. I went on dueling network with it, I've won a few duels, I've lost a ton with it. Like, it doesn't really compete with the meta, which is basically what you want. But just like a casual duel, something like this is fine. Like, if you want something that will compete with the meta, build something like Dragon Decks. Or a burn deck. Like, I use fire burn decks a lot. I love fire burn. But, like I said, you want something that competes with meta, and you're not really for the casual duel like I am, then this is your chance to get a pretty good deck out of it. Alright, so for the most part, that's pretty much it. This has been Ichigo Amamoto, signing out.